What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. And I'm your host, Jimmy Smith. And ladies and gentlemen, 'twas the night before draft day. And I'm a little bit excited. I'm not going to lie to you because, well, we've been talking for months, well, even years now. Since last year, we talked about the fact that, well, we were going to have a lot of picks this year. We've got 10 of them, 2 first rounders, loving every second of it. We don't know if we're going to trade up, trade back, what we're going to do, but I'm very excited about it. Lots of ammo, got cap space for the future. So we have talked about all these things. So I'm very pumped up. We went through this entire series where we talked about every single position where the Eagles could focus on a lot of these very talented young men. And I'm very excited about the hopeful promise of getting some of these players. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. If you're watching this live, you're a true diehard, and I love the hell out of you. And look, some of you asked if I was going to do special teams, and I told you I was going to have to cram it all together. Oh my God, it's been hell trying to get this all together with the whole thing going on with my ear, going to the hospital, all that great stuff. But we got it all out. Tomorrow we're doing the mock draft series during the day. We're going to talk about the draft, get excited for it. And then we got 2 first round picks. We'll see what we do with them. But it's going to be a fun day. So I appreciate you guys taking the time tonight. Any questions, any comments on the draft, whatever it is, let me know down below. But I'm pumped up. So let's go through this. We leave no stone unturned here at On the Road to Victory. So we're going through special teams tonight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're finishing up the NFL draft positional outlook with special teams tonight. And look, we've got 10 picks. So you never know what the Eagles are looking to do. We need to upgrade in all facets of the game. So maybe we take a gander here at some of these guys, and we'll talk about if the Eagles should focus on some of these guys and where they should do that. So let's get this bad boy started. Again, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to throw my way. And thank you again for tuning in. Now let's look here. Our special teams unit, Jake Elliott. I'll be real with you. You ain't changing that. Nope. Jake Elliott is the kicker. Love how much he came back from a rough year the year before. Had a great year last year. And I think that it's a no-brainer that you keep him. Maybe bring in some competition, push him a little. That's fine. You could bring in someone undrafted maybe. But for me, I think we're good there. Now, also, Rick Lovato, you're good at long snapper. I think you could definitely say that we're set there. Love what Rick Lovato does. But Aaron Sipos looked great in the beginning. We were like, oh, holy hell, I guess this worked out. Thought it was weird that we didn't have any competition during camp. But, well, we found out during the end of the year that came back to bite us in the ass. So we might want to focus on that. But without further ado, let's take a gander here. So some of the guys I think could be taken day 3. You've got some decent kickers here that I think, teams looking for a kicker would be stupid not to look at them. So all 4 of these guys I think could be drafted, maybe somebody else. But for me, I think these are the guys that could be drafted. Cade York did pretty damn well last year, hit all of his extra points. And he was somebody that I think hit 4 50-plus yarders. So he did pretty well for himself. And I think, for the Eagles, we're good on the kicker position. So let's move it on to punter. Now, there is the, punt god here that people call him, Matt Araiza, and some guys like Jordan Stout, Ryan Stonehouse, Trent Gill, Blake Hayes, Jake Camarda. So there are some options at the punter position. Now, a lot of people are getting carried away. Oh, yeah, day 2, let's take a punter. You have got to be high as hell. We are not taking a punter. No way. No. And there's actually some talented guys that I don't think you have to. So day 3, though, if somebody would fall, maybe a Matt Araiza, you can see why people are losing their minds over this young man. Now, he was a kicker over there at San Diego State as well, as you can see the stats here for him. But this dude's 6'2", 200 pounds, big dude, but pretty damn good at punting, 51.1 yard average there. So that's pretty good. And it's almost 51.2. So he had 39 punts last year, over 50 effing yards. That's the NCAA record. So pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie to you. And he had 18 punts over 60 yards. So yes, he would be a great addition, but how far are you willing to reach for a punter? Now, you do want a good punter, but I think you could find one without, I'm not taking anyone higher than a 6th rounder. If they take him with one of those 5th rounders, maybe they trade back or do something. I mean, I guess you got 3 of them. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But in my opinion, I think the Eagles are going to trade a lot of these picks. I think a lot of moving around is going to happen. I could see the Eagles making up to 3-4 trades here. So watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Howie is always lurking. So again, I really think that we could see up to 3-4 trades, maybe get a star player, but I really think you just need to focus on getting younger players. We have a lot of picks here. So, oh boy, can I not wait for tomorrow. Now, lastly, let's take a gander at the return specialists. Now, I've been losing my mind because it seemed like my entire life, we just don't want to have return specialists. Every now and again, we get somebody good, and then that never lasts. So last year, Jalen Rager, couple punt returns that were all right. But other than that, we know that we are hurting in that area. So we had Devin Allen, the Olympian, and you got Jason Huntley there. You've got some young guys, Kenny Gainwell, who tried out last year at the end there. You've got some veterans and Greg Ward, Zach Pascal, Boston Scott can help you there. Quez Watkins maybe get thrown in there. But I think you need to focus on some of these young men. And we talked about it when we talked about these running backs, wide receivers, corners, safeties, some of these guys that could fit as return specialists. But some of these guys vary throughout the draft, but I think it begins in round 3, possibly for Marcus Jones. I think that's the highest he'll go, so that's what I started with, but he could definitely go lower than that. He's definitely not the greatest nickel cornerback, but we talked about him being in that option, but there are some other guys available that you could find in later rounds that would definitely help your return game. So you've got Velus Jones Jr. from Tennessee. I really like. We talked about him the other day. Britton Covey there. You've got Calvin Austin from Memphis. So a lot of guys that are very intriguing, but we talked about this with the cornerback position. Marcus Jones is the real deal. This dude, he's only 5'8", 185, so maybe he'll struggle to get the spot at nickel corner, but hey, if he keeps improving his game, that's great. The thing you're drafting him for, though, is his damn return ability. You can see here, and we talked about it the other day. Go check that cornerback video out, but 2,000 return yards, a 28.4 yard kick return average with 6 touchdowns. Oh my God. Then he's got 881 punt return yards with a 14-yard average, 3 of those for touchdowns. So he's got 9 return touchdowns. Yeah, a pretty exciting player to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. So if the Eagles could walk away in this draft with Marcus Jones, oh, hell yeah, this dude. We finally get excited every time someone's going to kick it to us. They'd have to be afraid of kicking it to him, and that just adds a whole nother dimension to the game. Love it. I hope the Eagles do such a thing, but we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that was it. That was the final edition of the NFL Draft Positional Outlook, finishing it up with special teams. We never leave anyone out here, so I hope you enjoyed it all. I hope you're ready for this draft tomorrow. I am beyond ecstatic, and I really hope that the Eagles, and I know some people feeling negative, Howie Roseman's went. Look, last year was amazing. We've talked about this. Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson, Milton Williams, Kenny Gainwell, Zach McPherson, Patrick Johnson, Teron Jackson. I think a lot of guys that have a bright future here. So maybe Howie learned from his mistakes, and he's going to keep moving forward. And 10 picks, so let's see what he does with them all. I'm hoping for a good draft here, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it goes down. Remember, 10 picks. 10 picks. Get it done, Howie. Cannot wait to see who we get tomorrow, and I'm feeling positive about it. I am. I don't know what. There's just that feeling I had, and I explained it on the timelines of Twitter and everywhere else, and we've talked about this, and I just feel that this team, ever since last year, has been building in the right direction. So now you have to add those pieces we talked about on defense, and we've got loads of holes we need to fill there. Talk about a wide receiver. We've talked about adding offensive lineman depth for the future. We've talked about adding a tight end too. So many things. Go back, check out all those videos, every round, every position, talking about where the Eagles should focus. And there's a lot of talent. I don't care what anybody is saying out there. Anybody. I really don't. I think this draft is loaded. And if Howie's smart with it, a lot of trading back and then trading up when you see somebody that is available, maybe falling. I think you're going to see a lot of that. Again, I'll repeat. I think we see up to 3-4 trades from this team. I really do think the Eagles are going to get wild tomorrow, and I cannot wait to see it. So we will be going through the mock draft tomorrow, and I'll be getting you ready for the draft. And then as the draft happens, I'm going to be, putting together whatever I can as quick as I can. We'll break down the 2 picks tomorrow night. And then on Friday, we're going to break down whatever picks we actually make. And then we're going to talk about on day 3, obviously, going to be at my kids' opening day baseball thing, of course, but going to keep you in the loop. Follow me on all these platforms. And then later when I get home, we are going to talk about the entire draft, how the Eagles did. We're going to grade everything. I'm really excited, though. 10 picks. I hope you're getting pumped up. Oh, my. It's like Christmas morning. I was literally like dancing downstairs, and my family's just like, you're nuts, man. But I just really, I'm excited. So tomorrow, I hope you'll tune in. I hope you enjoyed this entire draft series. Hope you were prepared for what is to come. So have yourselves a great night. It's draft day eve, baby. So we wake up and we're going to open our presents. So let's hope for some good ones. Let's go. If you need anything in between that time, you have any questions or you want to talk about a player or need to be directed to any kind of tape or whatever it is, please feel free to reach out to me. Love to help you out. Love to talk some birds, or if you just want to talk about life. Truly appreciate you guys. So always try to be there for you as you are for me. So thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're watching this tonight or tomorrow before the draft, whenever it is. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and that notification bell, and know what we're talking about these picks, baby, because I feel some good ones coming. Eagles roster, we're going to finally get a better look at, hey, everybody's already judging what the season looks like. We've got 10 more draft picks, some undrafted guys, I'm sure, some free agents we're going to sign Tyrann Mathieu after the draft. So get excited. Stay excited. And it all depends on who you draft. So a lot of free agents available. You know, I'll have a show about the free agents that are still left after this draft. I'm ready to go. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!